Hey everyone, today we are talking about moving head lighting. What are they and why they are an amazing enhancement you should consider for your special event like a wedding or corporate event. They come in a lot of different styles, shapes, and sizes. They look like little cannons and of course they move. Moving heads can move in almost a 360-degree pattern. They can be pre-programmed or sound activated. A lot of times they have been thought of as like concert venue lighting, as you can see, or nightclub lighting, but over the years they've become really popular for corporate events and, as you see here, weddings for clients that want a more premium and polished look. As I mentioned, they come in a wide variety of shapes and sizes, but the most frequently used types are beam, spot, and wash. So we'll show you examples now. Beam, most likely you're going to see in nightclubs or concerts. You need a lot of them, and they usually need to be used with haze or fog to have a great effect. Spots and washes are frequently used for special events. We use both. Spots, as you can see, can come with a whole bunch of different gobo patterns. They can also be used as just a general spotlight to spotlight a speaker, a first dance, a stage. And then wash lights do that exactly. They wash. They wash in a much wider angle, so they can wash a whole dance floor, a whole wall, an entire ceiling, etc. Moving heads usually sit on or are mounted to truss. Truss can also be uplit from inside, which really enhances it and gives it an even more impactful look. Truss can be naked, as you see here, for a more industrial look depending on the design of your room, or for a lot of weddings and corporate events we'll use truss sleeves either in black or white. If we use white sleeves, then we can use uplights or truss warmers to light up the truss in any fun, vibrant primary color. In my opinion, this looks great for birthday parties, 80s theme parties, mitzvahs, but bright truss colors can be a bit much if you're having a really upscale wedding or corporate event. So moving heads are intelligent lighting fixtures, and they are controlled by DMX. Not this guy, but digital multiplex. It is a protocol that is used to communicate with intelligent lighting fixtures. For this, we need either a DMX console or software run from our tablet or laptop. Aside from the setup labor, this is another reason premium lighting packages are more expensive. Every room has different dimensions, so even though we have a few pre-programs and sound-activated modes, we have to arrive 1 to 2 hours early and do programming to dial in the lights and make sure they're aimed and pointed to preset locations. Like here, we've done a cool pattern for room entry on the dance floor, but then later we might want to splash them on the walls or spotlight someone who's giving a toast, etc. We'll show you more examples of our movers, but first I do want to talk about basic lighting versus moving heads. Some clients didn't allocate for a premium lighting package, or they're in a small room. For those scenarios, we have two basic lighting package options. This is an LED 4-bar. It creates just a nice LED wash and can fill a smaller space pretty good. We usually put on top of them a couple of the H2O water lights. They look really bright in this manufacturer photo, but in reality, the room has to be really dark. They just put kind of a subtle pattern on the floor to fill it in a little. And you can see we just put a single stand up behind the DJ booth in this scenario. This is what it looks like on the dance floor. So you can see you get some good color snaps, a good color wash, but it's a little limited on range and it's not super customizable, but for a small space or simple needs, it does the job. Second basic dance floor lighting package is the Chauvet Gig Bar Move. This has a few more bells and whistles on it, and it comes with a foot pedal so we can toggle between a static wash and then activate it on sound active when people are dancing. So here it is in action. Again, you get a lot of flash, a lot of splash of color and movement, but it's really limited to dance floor. It doesn't allow you to do much in terms of nice lighting for room entry or any larger room ambiance. Some love the look of this, and some think it might be on the cheesy side. These are the moving wash lights. I love these. They put a lot of color into a room and just look really cool moving around. You can see we're splashing a bunch of color on the ceiling for room entry to create some excitement, and they are on top of a truss with LCD screen doing some fun visuals. These lights throw so wide. Here's an example of how they can zoom in on the dance floor or kind of fill the whole side of a room. And this is the setup for that last segment. So we're using the two wash lights and we're using two spots which are throwing custom gobos. Those stars that you see are the gobos in the spots, and then you can see that the wash lights are flashing all around. You can also see our uplights are doing color changes, so this puts a tremendous amount of light in a very large room. Same system earlier in the night as we used it to spotlight the first dance. Spotlighting the first dance with a spot or a wash really makes it look beautiful, more cinematic, especially when you're in a big room like this. We have the spots with the stars static on the back wall, and we have a nice uplight wash on the back wall as well. Same setup, different venue, using 4 movers, 2 to spotlight the couple, which really makes it pop and them stand out. The other 2 movers are spotting this mirror ball, which as you can tell just fills the whole room and looks beautiful with the dancing on a cloud low-lying fog effect. Same setup, same venue, different wedding. You can see it's a pretty compact footprint, but really looks polished, professional, and high-end with the custom video DJ booth with the monogram animated there. We've got 4 movers on vertical truss, 2 pointed at the mirror ball, 2 to wash the ceiling right now, and uplights all the way around. Here we've done the 2 truss in black sleeves. We also have our really cool LED tubes surrounding the dance floor, which will look great for the first dance. And we've done pin spots on the tables and uplights all the way around. Here's another look at those really cool LED tubes, which create a really cool ground effect. And we have some movers and uplights. It's funny you're seeing the disco ball so much in this video. We only bring it out when people request it, but it is a pretty fun effect, but not necessary if it's not your jam. This was Jam's 40th anniversary. We've done 2 8-foot truss, so higher truss now, which allows the movers to be hung, 4 of them, 2 on each side, which is a little bit of a different look. And we have a really cool, nice pattern on the floor for room entry, and truss warmers, colors in the truss, and uplights along the back. Same room, now we're using the movers to splash those patterns on the ceiling. Just to show you, you can do traditional breakout patterns with Source 4 Lycos lights, but movers can do this as well. And the beauty of movers with DMX control and a lighting tech is that you can program them to go anywhere you want in the room. So just wanted to show you that as well. This is really helpful when you have a large open wood floor and no actual dance floor. We can throw a lot of pattern in there to make it more comfortable and inviting. And I'm really sorry, everybody, the disco ball is back. Showing this setup again because this illustrates my previous point. It's really critical if you have a room where you're not laying down an actual rental dance floor, which helps corral people, and you have a big wide open wood floor or big wide open concrete space. People underestimate how challenging it is to get people out on the dance floor. It can feel really intimidating, and there's no perimeter or boundaries. It's not defined space. So using our pattern lights here to really create an inviting and safe space to draw people out. 2 truss with black sleeves. We've done LCD screens with a really beautiful animated custom monogram. We're doing moving wash and spots with the gobos on that fabric. We put the 2 wash movers on the DJ table for a wider throw to fill the whole ceiling. And then we have the 2 inner spots with gobos on the truss, and it's really nice. I love doing the monogram on LCD screens. It's really modern and is a nice look, and uplights all around. One more quick look at how we can use moving heads to throw a really cool pattern on a wall. This space has already a really cool pattern on the dance floor, so instead we're washing the ceiling and wall. Bigger events mean more lights, so here's a couple truss loaded up, and we have a combination of washes and spots with different gobos, and we're using a hazer to make the beams really stand out. This will be great for a stage or large room. Another example of a lot of lights. These are spots narrowed down to look like a beam, and we've got a hazer, which obviously really brings out the lights and uplights all the way around. We've shown you a lot of great lighting but empty rooms, so you might be wondering what it looks like when a room is activated. So we're going to end with a little bit of dance floor action.